I went to go see Avengers Endgame last night, and before I give my review, I want to give a bit of a disclaimer that I have actually never seen a movie before, or really engaged in fiction of any kind, books, movies, TV, all of that sort. And this is because I grew up in a very strict religious household which held the notion that entertainment is a waste. So to be honest, while I was sitting there, really trying to give fiction a chance, just watching this guy walk around and talk to people for 3 hours, I couldn't help but look at myself, look at the 100 or so other people in the theater, and think, for the 3 whole hours that we're sitting here watching this guy, those are 3 hours that we could have spent laying out the initial design and groundwork for a very beautiful church. And yet we did not. Another thing I did not like is that, as it turns out, upon doing some research, this man is actually not real. He is not who he says he is in the film, for his real name is Chris, and this is what he actually looks like. Now, as we all know, deceit is a sin. Doesn't exactly earn the movie a lot of favor with me. In fact, deceit is one of the deadliest sins. Second, of course, to wrath. This thing's real name is Mark. Now this I find strange, because if you are going to lie about being something you are not, if you are going to deceive millions of people in theaters across the nation, if you are going to knowingly adopt a persona which is not your own, why would you lie about being this thing? It's disgusting and strange. I don't know much about Mark, but his desire to pathologically lie about being a large green creature is indicative of some very serious psychological problems, and I suggest he see a therapist immediately. Last character, this guy shoots cum out of his hands. Pretty mature. The plot of the film is that the Tin Man goes around having sex with a bunch of people and ruthlessly pursuing his hedonistic sexual desires. The Bow and Arrow Man notices this and wagers to the Tin Man that in one given week, he can have much more sex and pursue far more hedonistic pleasures than the Tin Man can. The Tin Man accepts, and they spend the rest of the movie having sex with everything that moves, culminating in a climactic threesome with a man known first as the Destroyer of Worlds, and second as the Destroyer of Assholes. Overall, I thought this movie was horrible and gross, and I give it a 7 out of 26. I am giving up fiction and returning to my previous hobby of hanging out at the grocery store with my husband Louis, who works there and lets me have free almonds sometimes, and also lets me have loving Christian sex with him in the back room. It's awesome.